A new hat.
Hey, you already know what it is.
No, you
You already
picked
know
that
what it
up off the
do.
ground at the stadium.
Sheesh.
Mm,
Oh man, got to make some fun out of something with the Falcons losing. It is what
Lord
it
of
is.
mercy.
Let's start the show.
Yo.
What it is, what it do.
What's cracking?
Bodie, what's good, y'all? One time for the fan. You already know we're talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. Uh,
Somber mood in
shit.
the Falcons community. Sucks. I
I
want to
know.
come up in here and say Big Dub Sunday, but I fucking
Yeah,
can't.
no big
So,
day Sundays today. But before we get to the Falcons game, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Facebook, YouTube. You already know one time for the fan. You already know we're talking Falcons football. Check this out. Chat's already going crazy. Sean's up here. Say, what's up, guys? Mind's playing trick on me. Guys, it gets
hey,
on.
man.
Yeah.
But all I want to know is, real quick, I know we can't say hashtag Big Dub Sunday, but I want y'all to drop hashtag We Still Here. So drop that shit in the chat. Hashtag We Still Here, and
Hashtag
we
we
gonna
still
be
here.
back. We still here.
Hashtag we still here is up in the chat. Bubblegump is up in here. See,
Let's
people
go.
want to blame the
We
coaches. They aren't on the field. We got a lot to talk about tonight, Bubblegump. Hit
oh,
that
we
like
gonna
button,
break it down.
hit that share button, hit the subscribe button. You hear Bodie. We're gonna talk about it. Chase will be here shortly. Attack of the Squirrels.
Chasing squirrels.
Yeah. What's good, Terrell? Tough loss today. You already know what it is, man. 95 reasons why we lost. Sheesh. Harold Poole's up
Lord
in
of
the chat.
mercy.
Lisa Shepard's up in here feeling like I need to run some laps or something. Have a lot pent up energy. Hey, you know
Mm.
how it is. Bodie, how's your weekend going? How's everything been going up until the Falcons game today? What's going on?
Up to the Falcons game, I was trying to be pretty calm. Um, just relax. I just wanted to relax today.
Mhm.
Just spend time with the family and relax. Just, but in the Falcons game, got and it irked me. You know, I hate to see us lose, but like I said, hashtag we still here.
We still here. Let me go and put up in there, chat. Just for y'all. We still here. Dirty Bird Nation. You already know what it is now. Disappointing loss today for the Atlanta Falcons. We're gonna get to that shortly. But before we do, let's go around the league. Got a lot to talk about because hashtag we still here. We're gonna talk about the game today. We're gonna talk about some player performance today, what we've seen on the field. Talk about why we are still here, Falcon fans. Not only tied for first, but we are still here when it comes to what is ahead of us. So quickly going around the league. Dolphins beat the Bears 35-32.
Hmm.
A Bears team that we play coming up very soon here in the Benz. So now the Bears have now fallen to 3-6 on the season.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A game that meant something to us today, Falcons fans. The Bengals defeating the Carolina Panthers. I still don't know why the Carolina Panthers are a team in the
Team.
NFL,
I
but
know.
for some strange reason, they have an NFL team. And
Yeah.
42-21 Bengals over the Panthers today in Cincinnati. Bengals were talking heavy a couple weeks ago when we lost to them. I mean, Panther fans were talking heavy when we lost to the Bengals a couple weeks ago. But now the ass whooping has been handed, even way worse than what happened to us
Yeah.
uh, in Cincinnati. And Panther fans that went out there probably experienced the same thing that I experienced when I went out there. That damn Who Dey song. And you probably heard that shit a lot because it was 42 points put up on the board today against
Boy.
the Carolina Panthers.
And they was
Sub
beating
team.
them worse than that.
Sheesh.
They
Hashtag sub the
suck.
team. They suck pretty bad.
They suck.
That moves the Panthers now, who we play next, to 2-7 on the year. Yes, Carolina, you are 2-7. You are trash. You're not a very good football team. You might want to rethink the decision of playing next year in the NFL. Next game, Lions came away with a big win, which could help us in a way when it comes to that wild card chase. Green Bay falls to 3-6 now. Lions go to 2-6. They beat the Packers 15-9. How does that help us? If you're going to wild card, look at how it's going to be set up. The NFC West right now with their standings. Look at the NFC East. You got 3 teams that might be going from there: Dallas, Philadelphia, and the Giants. NFC North, I think the Vikings getting ready to run away with the division. Bears, Packers, and Lions, they're in the back of the pack. So the Falcons, if you can't win the division, you do have an opportunity to get that wild card, to nab the wild card, which makes us still come on this podcast and say, we still here, even after a game that meant nothing to us. Jaguars over the Raiders, 27-20. Another game that meant nothing to us. The Jets over the Bills, 20-17.
Yeah, flash in the pan, you know.
26-3. New England over the Colts. And a game that does mean something to us because the Vikings do keep rolling. They are now 7-1 on the year, but they beat the Commanders, slowed them down because they had a little streak going. They are now 4-5. We play the Commanders coming up soon in Washington. One time for the fan will be there. Rise Up Tour will be there. And of course, the Falcons on that game, Thanksgiving weekend. Well, the weekend, after Thanksgiving, Black Friday weekend, let's say.
Yeah.
It's going down in Washington. I think the Falcons come away with a dub right there. But yes, the Vikings did come away with a win, 20-17. And then a disappointing game, what I saw today at 4:25. The Bucks beat the damn Rams at the last minute. The last second of the game, the Bucks came back and beat the Rams, which now makes the Falcons and the Bucks tied once again. It's a battle for first place. But the Falcons have the Panthers on Thursday. The world will be watching, Falcon fans. So I think the Falcons, if they're going to go through their walkthroughs this week, take care of what they need to take care of, they should be ready for Thursday, Bodie.
Yeah. I mean, Panthers look like Rudy Poo. They're gonna be at home, but we got the advantage. And if CP running like he ran today, we're gonna fuck them up. Yeah.
Falcon fans, it was good to see CP back. That's what you want, Falcon fans, to add to your offense, which was already clicking the past few weeks when CP was gone. But to see CP back today, 13 for 44 on the ground, 1 for 9 in the air. But that touchdown, of course, was CP. 2 touchdowns today for CP. It was good to see him back. Tyler Algier also 10 for 99 on the ground. So your running backs going crazy out there.
Love it.
Wasn't enough to get the win, but some things you got to feed off of, Bodie. We love talking Falcons football. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. If you're here for your first time, let's try to get to 250 subscribers before the end of the year. Let's try to get to 250 subscribers before the end of the year. Go into the chat before we talk Falcons Chargers. It is what it is. Quick turnaround. Take care of business on Thursday. Jeff Wolf is in the chat. Yeah, Terrell Johnson said, we still here.
Still here.
Lisa Shepard, met some Falcons fans that drove down from Nova Scotia.
Ooh.
They are also going to drive to Carolina for the game Thursday. Tell them to link up with us. One time for the fan, Rise Up Tour. We're going to be out there on Thursday. We got the tailgate party committee is going down on Thursday. The bus is full. The bus is full. Rise Up Tour has filled up the bus. Heading up to Carolina this week. I think it's going to be like 40 or 50 Falcons fans on the bus. Heading up there from the Rise Up Tour. Everybody going to have a good time. The party bus heading up 85. Bodie, I know you're going to be able to miss this game this week, but we got one of our old podcasters that will be traveling up to the game. Des Dollars. We found Des Dollars. For those that remember our first couple episodes of One Time for the Fan back in April during the draft, Daz Dollars, one of our podcasters, we found him. We found him. So he just got finished with One Time for the Fan rehab, and now he's back.
Shit.
After a 7-month stay. But yeah, there was some Falcon fans that came in from Germany too as well. I saw that. Falcon to Germany.
Hey, man,
oh, look, special
shout out
guest
to
here.
y'all.
Special guest here. It's Chase Cravey.
What's up, boys?
Podcasting for One
cracking.
Time for the Fan over there in
Hey,
Dirty
man,
Bird Nest today.
I'm
Tearing
gonna
up. I
need
saw
you
you
to-
waving the
I
flag
did
today.
see
Did you
that.
take one home?
I was waving the flag today.
Did you take one home?
Hey,
Didn't get to take that big bitch home. I wish.
I would have took it home and put it in my yard.
how lit was the Dirty Bird Nest?
It was lit, man. I must say the atmosphere was there for sure. We was lit. You don't have to worry about hearing no other team in your ear the whole time you're watching the game. It was lit. First time sitting in that section, and I don't regret it a bit.
No.
Was you a seat filler or did you have tickets?
I had tickets.
I would say, hey, you with the hey, Billy Goat Gruff.
Hey,
Courageous
camera time at 1:13. Get your ass over there in the seat. One time for the fans. Jabri Harper's up in here. Alicia Shepard's up in here. Chase, you know we're talking Falcons Chargers. We're about to get to it. Chat's going crazy. Red Swarms up in the chat. Man, it's about to be the craziest season I've ever seen for real, for real. Let me tell you something. It's the craziest season that you might see, but guess what? Isn't it exciting?
It is, man.
It's a roller coaster. It's definitely a roller coaster.
Falcon fans in the chat. Is it exciting? Look at your record. 4-5. Tied for first. No Julio. No Matt Ryan. No Calvin Ridley. No Deion Jones. Remember those names? You see how fast you forget those names? I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on here when it comes to Falcons football and supporting the team. And what I said earlier today is you can be upset about the loss, but you have to still have hope. Are you giving up on the Falcons that's still tied for first in the division? I see what y'all posting online. Some of y'all going crazy. But for what? Likes? Comments? Attention? Some of y'all going back and forth with these debates. Man, I need to bench Mariota. Get him out of here. Fire the coach. Get him out of here. Told you about the rebuild. What's going to work?
I hear it after every loss. Yeah, straight up. Straight up, Twitter fingers. I hear it after every loss. Bench Mariota, the coach, this. It's not.
I ain't a little salty with Mariota after tonight, but
we're going to get to player performance tonight. We're going to get to Mariota. I know what everybody's talking about when it comes to Mariota, but he's been doing the same shit all season. What are y'all expecting? Y'all expected what, a 400-yard game? But guess what? We lost by 3. And we damn sure could have won that game.
Every game be close.
Definitely could have won.
The only game we actually had a problem with this season, outside of that Rams, even when the Saints came back, I know about the losses, but a game that was like dominating where the team just beat the shit out of us, that Bengals game was one.
Yeah.
But everything else has been a close-ass game. And I ain't gonna lie. Some of y'all said Mariota was going to be benched week 3.
Yeah.
Some of y'all said he wasn't going to make it to week 10.
I had him at week 8.
He's taking your first place, tied for first place Falcons into Thursday night in Carolina. We're ready to go. What y'all want, Falcons fans? We're going to get the Falcons Chargers in a minute. You know we love talking Falcons football. But Falcon fans, is it exciting? Is this season exciting? I know it's a disappointing loss today, but has the season been exciting? Pamela Johnson's up in the chat. Hello, Pam. Red Swarm, you already know he was up in the chat. And you know what I'm saying? Across the whole league. How about them Packers?
Sheesh.
Harold Poole said our cornerbacks are playing too soft. They are 5 and 10 yard. The picking apart, the rinky dink type, dink and dunk passing. It's been going on since the Drew Brees era. Hated the shit. And there are some games where Falcons, Falcon fans, you've been watching. Some of them games you got to close out. You got to stop that rinky dink and dunk shit. And that shit will get you up the field. It would eat away. Tampa Bay just did this shit a couple minutes ago against the Rams.
That's all Brady do.
Drew Brees did it to us a shitload of years. So Falcon fans, when you're looking at the defense, you've seen this shit before. Yeah. I've seen this before. But yes, the Falcons do have to improve on, a lot when it comes to situations like that.
That's true.
I know everybody's gonna talk about the prevent defense and the fourth quarter defense, and you're 4-5. You're tied for first. Your defense ain't last in the division, Bo, let's get some stat breakdown on Wednesday, man. Let's see what the Falcons are stat wise going into Thursday night. That's great. The Thursday night podcast before the Wednesday night podcast before the Thursday game. That's
the
game.
Great. Yep.
Bodie's breakdown on Wednesday. Can CP play defense? Yeah. I'm just saying we got to fix this D.
Yeah.
Red Storms up in here.
What's CP up, jumping like that? What's good, Bridget? It's been a while.
It said not today. We ain't gonna rant. I'll tell you right now. Ain't no ranting on Mariota. I seen the post. Seen what everybody's saying. He's doing 4-5, bro. Tie for first. Going into Thursday night. And he's probably gonna lead you up out of there 5-5.
Oh man, you want the stats? You want to run down these stats?
Yeah, we can get to it. What's up with Bridget? She said, I don't blame Mariota. I don't understand why they started throwing the ball. Mariota actually played okay. Many receivers dropped the ball. Mariota went 12 for 23 today, 129 yards, 2 sacks, 68.9 QBR, no TDs, no picks. You lost by 3.
It's ugly though.
You lost by 3.
It's tough. We did lose by 3.
I'm on Bridget's comment, man. I totally agree with what she said. I don't know why you got away from the run. I know certain games you can't own a game or control a game by just running the football. Today, I had you was up 17-10. You had possession. You had the momentum. I feel like you have CP had 44 yards off of 13 carries today. Not only, and Tyler Algier had 99 yards on the ground almost before the end of the third quarter. So I mean, these boys are eating, man. The O-line was doing their job. I feel like you can control that game on the ground. This is a game that you can control. There was a couple possessions that we came out and it was pass, run. And it's just, I don't know, man. I'm not the coach, you know what I'm saying? But I just feel like this game could have been controlled on the ground.
Yeah. Falcon fans, let's get your thoughts. What happened today? What went wrong for the Atlanta Falcons today? Losing to the Chargers, 20-17. Chargers go to 5-3. Falcons fall to 4-5. Bodie, Chase, what went wrong today for the Falcons? Bodie?
We just didn't put them away when we had the chance. Almost like what Chase just said. We was up. I mean, we was up. And for those guys, for those folks out there, it's not Taquan Graham's fault, okay? It's not. He's an easy target to blame, ain't he? But it's not his fault. Okay. Shit should have been put away before that. Hey, he shouldn't have fumbled, but that's neither here nor there.
They gonna find somebody to blame.
Shit. But yeah, I mean, you just gotta execute. The passing game was all over the place. I mean, a lot of drop passes, no consistency. We got guys out here getting 7 targets and catching 2 balls. Like, that's asinine. Like, we can't have that. And Algier, he's running the hell out the ball. He's getting better every week. He just can't break that 100-yard mark. It's killing me. But he's right there. 91 last week, I think. 99. I'm like, bro, I need you to run for 150 next week.
What was the stat that dropped the other day? The Falcons were the first team in the NFL to have
team in the NFL to have 4 guys running for 250 yards by this week, by week 8, right?
Falcon fans, that doesn't show you improvement from your team. Even at 4-5 with a loss, we're trying to think of ways to make y'all feel better right now because I know how y'all feeling. For me, as a Falcon fan, it's on to the next game. What are you gonna do? Can't rewind the time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interception. Interception. Yeah, you can't throw it like that. For me, as a Falcon fan, guess what? I got work tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So don't dwell on this loss and say, oh man, the Chargers, the Falcons, this, that. No, guess what? We get ready for Thursday and we take it out on the Panthers.
Exactly.
And you go 5-5, you get ready for the Bears in about, 9-10 days or so after that.
Then you make a run.
Then you make a sweet run that we're going to talk about coming up.
Handle your business versus these cupcakes that we got. Don't take them for granted, but these are teams you fucking supposed to beat. Okay? Right. I don't care. And don't take them lightly, but you gotta beat these teams. You're more talented than these teams we got coming up.
That is true.
So we need these dubs.
That is true. Bodie, what else went wrong today? I know you were still going over your professor notes. You got
Let
there?
me see if I got my little notes here. Uh, there. Yeah. Drake London had his, welcome to the NFL moment. That was something.
Yeah,
Uh,
Was that Khalil
that
Mack?
yeah, it was.
absolutely yes. I wouldn't have it any other way to be Khalil Mack doing some shit like that. That dude is an animal. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. It was everything keyed on Mariota. I mean, we ran the ball well. Everybody did their job. Most guys ran for almost 5 yards a carry, and CP had 2 touchdowns and one body. Um,
Team
man,
rushing was 35 attempts for 201 yards on the ground.
yeah. Did you see that damn hit?
That's ridiculous.
Did you see that linebacker getting ran over, Jack?
Yeah. Algier?
No. CP
Um,
ran
CP,
over
CP,
Tranquil.
CP. Yeah.
Yeah.
Algier had one too. Algier had one too.
Yeah.
Getting ready to go down to the goal line. He had one too. Nice little man, he trucked the shit out of Buddy. But yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that
man.
CP truck too as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I can't forget. But yeah, it was an off day for Mariota. I mean, point blank. Period. I mean, what can we say? It was off. He could have it could have been better. A lot of overthrows, a lot of drops, a lot of things.
12 for 23, 129 yards. Yeek. 2 sacks on the day. Mariota. The performance we'll talk about shortly. He's still your starting quarterback. I'm supporting Mariota to the end. Remember, we talked about this in the one time
Always.
for the fan chat. He's gonna we're not pushing P for playoffs, but even after a loss, tied for first, you're still trying to think about pushing P for playoffs. Especially how the way the standings in the NFC conference are looking and in the standings in the NFC South is looking.
Yeah.
So Falcon fans, you have to have some hope. But Mariota going forward, he's gonna lead you out there to go beat the Panthers on Thursday. And then he's going to lead you out there to go beat the Bears next week.
Have no
And
doubt.
he's going to lead you out there to go beat the Steelers. Then he's going to lead you out there to go. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Falcon fans have some hope with the team
man.
right now. I understand it was a disappointing loss, but you didn't get blown out. You could have had to win, but it's 20-17. I know Falcon fans don't want to hear about a loss, but we've endured it over the past few years. But we're still one game away from 500, which we played Thursday night against the Panthers, a team that you beat a few weeks ago. Wasn't an easy win, but today they got manhandled today.
Yeah,
they beat bad today. So if they're eating off of that with that 2-7, they were 2-7.
Yeah,
they're looking at first top 5
suck.
pick right now. They're looking at top 5.
They are trash bag. Yeah. They suck ass. Yeah, but we ain't here talking about them. I'm back to Mariota real quick. I just want the fans to have, and I'm talking to y'all. I'm with y'all. We here together. Okay, listen to what I'm saying. I ain't bashing nobody. I ain't coming at nobody. But those fans that are saying, when you happy when he go 13 or 14 for 200 whatever yards, you gotta take the good with the bad. Okay, this is our quarterback. Make me start crying like T.O.
Sheesh,
my quarterback. Like you gotta stick with my boy. That's gonna give you the best chance of winning. Okay, I want we got give me some tissue.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, like you gotta stick with him. You talking good on him, you saying, oh, well, maybe Mariota is good when we winning, but then next week we go lose. Bench him. I done seen it. I done seen people do it. I mean, I done seen people say this. Yeah, we're gonna keep him. Then next week say, no, we done. No, bench him. Gotta be consistent. We're trying to win some games. We trying to win. So y'all gotta bet with my boy.
Chase?
Yeah,
what went wrong today? And of course, Chase making the drive down. Shout out to you as a diehard. Making the drive down this morning.
Yeah, my dad drove down this morning. I rode in with him and drove back this afternoon.
Okay. Did you inside the truck or were you hanging on to the back of it? How
with a beer, like woo!
Yeah, right down 75.
I was in the front. No, man.
Boy, Chase.
I just tag on to what I said earlier, man. We should have ran the football. Like the comments are saying, you got to run the football in this type of game. You've thrown for 23 and you only connected on 12. So, I mean, there's your giveaway. So you got to run the football. And if you don't run the football, you got to pass the ball. And it's something that just wasn't working today. The thing with Drake London, it kind of sucked. You know, that was his first really, like you said, NFL experience. So if just plays like that in the red zone, man, when you give the ball up, it ruins your momentum. It ruins everything you got going on. And I must say, ATL, y'all did show up today. Everybody was in their seats. We were lit. So, I mean, it sucks to lose like that in the bins. I mean, we still have a good winning record in the bins, 3-2. We just gotta forget this win or forget this loss, and let's move on to Thursday and get a dub. We got to bounce back.
Absolutely.
Falcon fans, check this out, right? People want to blame Mariota, but check this out, right? If the Falcons would have won, Mariota still would have been 12 for 23 for 129 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Falcons lose now. Oh, Mariota is the problem.
Yeah.
Don't bring the Matt Ryan hate to your new quarterback. Just sit back and watch the effing game. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the season play out before you start making your judgments. Are we talking about next season? Are we talking about the year after? Are we talking about the draft? Oh, I'm sorry. Before we even get to that, let's hold up. Let's take a stop right here. We started the show. We didn't even mention this. Jesus Christ. How about them dogs?
I was waiting on you to say it.
How about them dogs?
Yeah. This dog segment has been brought to you by One Time for the Fan.
We don't talk about the Falcons. I mean, we don't talk about Georgia Bulldogs like that here on the channel. It's all about the Falcons. But how about them damn dogs? I know there's some Bama fans too. There's some Tennessee fans too. All that chatter. Yeah. So this next minute right here is for the committee. It's for all you haters.
Mm-hmm.
It's for all you doubters that said Georgia can't get it done.
Preach on, preacher.
We're talking Falcons football here, but I just thought about that when I was talking about next year and draft and shit. I said, wait a minute. Oh, college? Oh, wait a minute. Tell y'all. Don't mess with them dogs. That's Kirby Smart.
With them dogs, bro.
Have you seen the polls?
Was that came out yet?
Yeah, have you
seen the polls came out. I
what
seen the polls.
They super weak right now. Nobody on the polls messing with Georgia. Let's say
what they got. What's who they move up? Where Tennessee at?
Tennessee's at like 5, I think.
Yeah, they're 5.
Where's Bama?
Like that.
Guess where TCU?
Go.
Guess where TCU's at?
Where's TCU?
Don't tell me TCU top 5.
Number 4.
Yeah, they top 5. Yeah, they undefeated.
Wow, they're 9-0, right?
It is sweet. Let's say that.
Bro, and right as of right now, we facing LSU and
it's repeat. It's repeat.
And we eating the stew out of them. Let me control my F-bomb.
Falcons fans, you know we love talking Falcons football, but right there, we had to shout out them dogs.
I got one more message. Respect with a K. You better put some respect on the goddamn dogs because they disrespected us putting Tennessee at number 1. How fucking dare you guys? You really thought their defense is Swiss fucking cheese? They suck. I knew it. I told Boo Man. I told my dad. I told everybody I talked to about the game. I said, we're going to beat the shit out of Tennessee.
You said that at the 49ers game.
I did. Didn't I say that? I told you too, right?
I
said, we're going to beat the shit out of Tennessee. People like, you're crazy.
DSGB Hall said, you can't spell roll without 2 L's.
That is
how about them dogs, baby? Can't spell roll tide without 2 L's. Okay, look, let's go back to the Falcons.
All right.
Falcon fans, what did you see? What went wrong today? Was it first quarter? When it was 10-0, the drive when you could have had the touchdown?
Yes.
You were moving the ball down the field so well. I thought it was it right there. Like, we go ahead and tap this in. We got this.
Yes.
Field goal kick, 10-0. Okay, something to look at. Koo missing the field goal too as well. I think it was before the half.
Yes.
Something to look at.
Mm-hmm.
That was tough, man, because that pushed you in OT there.
One thing you want to look at too as well, no sacks today from the Falcons defense. None. 0. 2 for the Chargers today. 1 interception today for the Atlanta Falcons. So Justin Herbert did. Was that a tip pass or was they?
Yeah, no, it was. It bounced off Buddy's shoulder pad, just straight off his pads, and Richie Grant was there for the pickup.
Threw his hands too off his shoulder
Yeah.
pads.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't even know where it went.
Falcon
Crazy.
fans, going over today, seeing what happened. I know how y'all feel. You got to move on and go to the next game. And Carolina's the next opponent. But still to look at the Chargers, what were some of the positives that you've seen today, Falcon fans? What did you see that you can build off of? Of course, the coach and everybody, the players are going to go in the room, they're going to look in the film room, they're going to do their walkthroughs about their mistakes, how to fix it, the adjustments, where to be, new schemes, new plays, all that. It is what it is. But for us as fans, right? Like, how does it feel right now, Chase? 4-5. Tied for first in the division.
4-5 is not. That's not a bad spot to be, man. You're still fighting. You're still in a division. It's not like, I mean, you want to win every game. Like I was telling my parents today after the game, I was like, you want to win every game, but this isn't a must-win game. You can lose this game and still be in the fight, you know. So it'd been nice to come away 5-4. That would have been definitely a statement, but we still rocking, man.
What are some of the positives you can take away from today that you can look for going against the Panthers?
Number one, running. Your run game. I mean, that's what stands out there. As far as secondary, really, you think about it, Herbert had a good 8 to 10 seconds in the pocket today, and he took every damn second of that to even make a throw. So I mean, you got to kind of look at the secondary there. Like, I mean, and we're hurt in the secondary. So for the secondary to even kind of come out and make that kind of a statement, I mean, it shows there's fight, and it's only going to get better because we're eventually going to get Terrell back. He's not out for the season. I mean, so that's a big plus to look at. I mean, hell, you may have Terrell next week. Who knows? But I mean, that's the thing. Will we got the bye after the Panthers or no?
We got the after the Panthers, we have the Bears.
The Bears.
Then we have the Steelers,
Bears,
I believe.
Steelers, and then
Commanders.
Commanders, then a bye, right?
No, wait a minute.
We got a bye. It's late, but I can't remember exactly.
No. We have the Bears coming up, and then after the Bears week, we go to that week of Washington, or the Steelers coming after that. I know we have the bye week December 13th. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's before New Orleans.
Bears, Panthers,
right.
Bears, Commanders, Steelers, bye week, and then one time for the fan. And the Falcon fans are taking over Bourbon Street. We taking over New Orleans. We taking over the French Quarter because we locking in the division coming down to New Orleans December 18th. You beat the Panthers, you beat the Bears, you beat the Commanders, you beat the Steelers. You're going into your bye week. You're going to get healthy. You're going to get some players ready for the next 4 games of the season, which are going to be tough. But they're still winnable games.
Yeah.
Which everybody would say every game is a winnable game. But the Ravens game is going to be tough. And that Bucs game, of course, at week 18 will be tough. But we hope that going down to week 15, seeing the rest of the other team schedules, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Bucs, hopefully we push that lead a little bit further when it comes to the NFC South. And we can lock in, the division pretty early this year. And fans can see Desmond Ridder play. How cool is that? Because when you lock in the division early, you want to get ready for the playoffs, don't you? So you got to sit some starters and play some backups, right? So wouldn't that be cool, Falcons fans, if, I don't know, even the Baltimore Christmas Eve game or the damn Tampa Bay game.
Got a playoff spot locked.
Playoff spot locked, home game. Yep. Ritters and Felipe Franks is at quarterback.
Hey. Can we talk about injuries real quick?
Go ahead.
We had some major injuries today, if y'all didn't know. I actually didn't know until after the game. Chris Lindstrom actually went down and was out. Matt Hennessy was another one that went down. I thought Hennessy went down.
He went down, but I thought he came back.
Did he come back? Okay.
Believe so.
I didn't know. That's just 2 major hits there because you already missed the Wilkerson. So
Yeah,
tough when you think
that
about that.
Lindstrom is gonna hurt.
That's tough. I don't know the extent of that injury or what even
Is there
happened.
an update? I see here Matt Hennessy, questionable returns. Kobe Gassett has replaced Matt Hennessy at left guard. So it looked like Kobe Gassett took a step in
Yeah,
right there too as well. I saw the adjustment, but I was just paying attention to too much going on.
Lindstrom didn't come back either, right?
I don't think Lynn made a
No.
return.
Who took his spot? That's
That's the thing. I don't know.
We'll go back and check into that. Tight end Felipe Franks, he was out too as well.
Yep.
Yeah, he did get hurt.
Something to look at, something to go over. Falcon fans, Chase, Bodie, what were some of the positives? Chase, I mean, you talked about the running game. Anything else that the Falcons need to work on going forward against the Panthers? I mean, you got no sacks today. You got 1 pick. People are going to talk about the pressure. They're going to talk about the defense in the fourth quarter. I mean, any signs of improvement coming up soon?
Defense has definitely got to get it going, man. Something I seen on defense today that I didn't really care for is I seen that you had Taquan Graham over at nose tackle and you had Grady on the edge. I think and that kind of set up against that kind of team, you need Grady in the middle. He's that pusher. I think that's if you switch back to that, maybe we get back rolling right. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't even a problem. Maybe they just outdid us today. But I mean, as far as defense, Abdullah's done good, but nobody's getting pressure, man. AK didn't even get pressure today. It was tough. It was tough watching that game today, defensive wise. Like I said, you're not getting any pressure. Your secondary's holding a receiver down for 8 to 10 seconds. It ain't going to turn out pretty.
Falcon fans. So now I see the Rise Up Tour posting about a bus trip to New Orleans. Rise Up Tour about if they're getting ready to pack a bus going to New Orleans, it's about to get
lit.
It's about to be crazy down there. Falcon fans in this chat right now, if you haven't booked your hotels or wherever you're going to stay, Airbnbs for New Orleans, we need you down there. Every single Atlanta Falcon fan that can make the trip, any Atlanta Falcon fan that wants to go to a game that's just exciting, something to be a part of and experience, Falcons, Saints in New Orleans. Same like in the Benz, but that game's already over. Falcons, Saints in New Orleans. We're taking the party to Bourbon Street. And we're going to have a damn good time doing it. Chase, Bodie, Boo Man, Dez, everybody from One Time for the Fans going to be there. Rise Up Tour is going to be there. We're going to have a good damn time. I'm telling you, we're about to rock out down there in New Orleans. And hopefully, like I said, be so far in the division, Saints fans might even show up. That's how it was a couple years ago. We went to the Super Bowl. They were looking at their junk like, oh, gosh, these Falcon fans, they making a run. They for real.
Yeah.
And they don't show up like that. So they'll see tomorrow night. Saints have to play the Ravens. I see the Ravens coming out with a dub. So with that being said, it's you and the Bucks again. Bucks play Seattle on Sunday. You have Panthers on Thursday. So and the Saints and the Panthers also have not the Panthers. The Saints have another difficult game coming up again next week. So a lot's going on here in the division, Falcon fans, and you can still win it. So have some hope. Cheer up.
Absolutely.
Jesus Christ. Cheer up. Going over here today to the game ball. I mean, I know we lost, but who gets the game ball? Would you say on offense and defense?
Offense.
What players would you say stood out? Yep.
Offense, O-line, no doubt. I give it to O-line. I give it to Algier. And CP, man. Shout out CP coming back, opening touchdown. That's what I'm talking about.
Bodie?
Yeah, he took said mine CP. CP staying, coming in. They gave him a light load, but dude's still running folks over. So shout out CP coming back like he ain't never left.
That dude picked off, fucking didn't skip a beat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. And on defense, shit. I want to say Taquan Graham, but he fumbled. So no, I'm kidding. I mean, shit. Wasn't too much positive on defense. Man. Could have did better. Hey, I'm here to keep it real, okay? What do you want me to say? Shit, I mean, Jack.
Defense. I'll give one to Richie Grant. He did get the interception, so
Yeah,
I'll give it to Richie.
there you go. I'll piggyback on that.
Richie Grant,
Yeah.
game ball for me. Rashard Evans, game ball for me too as well.
Yeah,
I was
forcing
drinking
that
earlier, you know
fumble.
what I'm saying? So I was on it.
The good Tito's.
Yeah, real good Tito's. Richie Grant definitely gets the game ball. Defense, no one. Jeez,
The same shit.
this
The
all.
same shit the LGB on.
Yeah. So
I'm
defense
like,
giving way too many third and longs. Yeah, that was another thing too as well. One thing you got to stop. One thing you got to stop. Like going forward, Chargers had what 16 first downs passing. Want to see the team stats? We were just talking about it earlier today in the chat. Couldn't believe how the Chargers had 16 first downs passing the ball.
Let me pull it back up. Team stats.
Passing first downs for the Chargers, 16. Falcons,
16.
7. Rushing first downs, 3 for the Chargers, 12 for the Falcons. Third down efficiency, 8 for 16 for the Chargers, 5 for 11 for the Falcons. Total yards, 336 for the Chargers, 315 for the Falcons. It was a close game. Outside of these first downs right here, even looking at the yards, 336 versus 313. Yards per play, 5 for the Chargers, 5.2 for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. We talked about this last week. You got to get him to the ground. He's like another Joe Burrow. He wants to pass the ball. That's what he wants to do. 30 for 43 today, 245 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception, sack no times, 82 passer rating. But 30 for 43. You haven't got that from Mariota this season. I don't think it's a game where Mariota threw for over 25.
You won't
this season.
He's not throwing 43 times. It's just not his game. But I will say, back on the defense aspect, we was blitzing. We just wasn't getting there.
Just wasn't getting there.
I mean, we was getting stopped. Like, I see us blitz like 4, 5, 6 people still get stood up. That's an issue. Like, somebody got to get through. I know them young guys, somebody got to get through. It can't always be Grady.
Right.
So
one thing to also look at, so that you can feed off of going into Thursday, you held the Chargers team to less than 100 yards rushing on the ground.
They did do that.
Austin Eckler was 14 for 47. He had a TD, but he was 14 for 47. Spiller was 7 for 29. Michael was was that Sony Michelle?
Yes.
Oh, that's Sony. Look at Sony.
Yeah,
he was 1 for 12.
They have Sony Michelle. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got Sony. He didn't do shit, but they got him.
You want to know what hurts you, though? Even with no Keenan Allen, no Mike Williams, Josie Palmer.
What number is
guy?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Josh Palmer.
Josh Palmer. Yeah.
8 for 106. DeAndre Carter, 5 for 53.
Who is that?
We're fucking us up.
Who is that?
Falcon fans, if you would have had Keenan Allen and Mike Williams out there, it would have been tough. But
we're getting beat by a dude named Bandy.
Not Bandy.
Bruh. I was like, who is this dude keep catching these balls? This Bandy dude? I'm like, bro, you need to be in the USFL or something.
Michael Bandy. 5 for 26, but it made a difference in this game.
It did. Every catch he made, all 5 of his catches was in clutch situations. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is Bandy? It's killing me.
The good thing about this is, Falcon fans, we're going to talk about this now. Here comes the good part, because we don't want to, talk about the negatives too much. Falcons lost. It is what it is. We saw it. All right, cool. We move on. Wednesday, we'll talk about what the Falcons need to do to beat the Panthers, but we're going to dive into some of that right now. We're going to dive into a little bit around the division right now, because you have to have some hope. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We're talking Falcons football. You have to have some hope.
Hashtag we still here.
Hashtag we still here. Tie for the division. You have the Panthers coming up next. Run the ball. It's that simple.
Definitely run the ball. Give
The Panthers are probably going to be expecting the Falcons to run the ball. The good thing about that is they're trash. Don't want to say it so disrespectfully, but or being so
Why not?
disrespectful, but they're just
I
trash.
will. If you want, I will.
team.
They effing suck.
Waiting for them to sell the team. Still haven't sold them yet. But Falcon fans, going into Thursday, looking at other division games for the Falcons right now going forward. You still have the game against the Saints coming up, and you have the game against the Bucks coming up. I see playoffs on the table. Don't want to get there just yet, but I see playoffs on the table. Bodie, Chase, Panthers on Thursday.
Yeah.
Just your quick thoughts on that before we get to this next one.
You just gotta go out there, man, and run the football, like you said. I mean, what was it last game? How many rushing yards do we have on them?
The last game
against the Panthers. I think we went over 152 as well. Playing against rushing against them.
I'm about to show you right now.
You can run the ball. I mean, run the football. You're gonna have to throw some passes in. I believe I said after that game, if Mariota didn't throw for over 200 yards, we don't win that game against the Panthers.
Yeah, so, 167 rushing, by the way.
And we had like 250-yard passing, I believe. So, I mean, it seems like you can play an all-around game against the Panthers. So, why not go out there and ball the fuck out? Go out there and take over the game. I'd like to see London get started. I mean, London did have a lot of looks today, but at least I think he had like 4. You just got to make those chances count. They don't come often in the NFL, and to be a first-round draft pick, man, it would be nice to see a lot of production out of him. I'm not hating on London at all. Don't think I'm doing that. I'm just saying it would be nice to see a breakout game with London. Just got to run the football in a balanced game.
Falcon fans, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Tag a Falcons friend, tag your Falcons family. Get them in here. We're talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday at 8 p.m. Check this out here. When it comes to the Panthers, right? It's one of those games where Falcon fans are going to say, oh, this is a game for Pitts. Oh, this is a game for London. Yeah. Oh, Algiers about to break 100. Oh, CP about to go crazy. Because there's some games in the NFL, you look at the schedule and say, wow, we can open up some new plays on the Panthers.
Yeah.
Test out a new little formula on the Panthers here going forward. Because that's a team you look at it and it's like, they just trash on all cylinders.
Yeah, they do.
So coach can sign me Thursday morning. I would have 100 yards rushing on the Panthers Thursday night. And then they can release me Friday. But what I do know is going forward in the division, and this is where Falcon fans need to have some hope. And this is where one time for the fan comes in. You're going to be like, oh, man, one time for the fan boys. They always keeping that fan base alive. They always uplifting the fan base because we're trying to keep Falcon fans knowing that there is a lot of hope ahead. And you have to remain on board with these Falcons. Don't give up yet. Falcons, Panthers, Thursday. But then look at the Panthers after that. Look at the Panthers after that. They got the Ravens.
L.
In Baltimore.
Big L.
Big L.
So not even going over the Broncos, the Seahawks, and the Steelers game coming up for the Panthers after that. The Panthers right now are looking at total elimination. We beat them on Thursday. Technically, they're eliminated. You beat them on Thursday. You sweep them, and they're eliminated. They're going to be the first team that says, you're eliminated. Got to go. Sell the team.
They're going to make it before the Texans.
They might, or the Lions too as well. Lions are 2-6. They're 2-7. We're going to play them.
Lions had a big win today. They ready.
It did.
The Bucks. I know what Falcon fans are thinking. All right, the Bucks had a big win against the Rams today, but they just came off a solid 3-game losing streak. Going forward, they have the Seahawks, which are 6-3.
That's gonna be a test.
It's gonna be a test. Which most fans will look at this situation before the beginning of the season and say, the Seahawks with no Russell Wilson are 6-3. Yeah, guess what? The Jets are 6-2.
They just beat the Bills, dude.
What the?
It happens, Falcons fans. You're going to see a whole new grip of different teams going to the playoffs this year. So be prepared for who you see. And the Falcons, looking right now, might be one of them.
We are.
Buccaneers, Browns after the Seahawks game. I believe that's the game Deshaun Watson comes back.
Yep.
Yes.
in Cleveland, and you're talking about Browns fans are going to be ready for that game because this is Deshaun Watson's comeback. So I expect Deshaun Watson to go off like 700 yards on the Buccaneers that day. Then you have Saints Bucks, which that game right there, it can end in a tie. Technically, they don't even have to play. Bucks 49ers, Bucks Bengals. It's tough going forward for these Bucks. Every week is getting harder and harder for Brady. And I'm telling you, Giselle, she's out. She's gone. It's no coming back. The Saints. Sorry ass Saints. They got the Ravens tomorrow night. Should be a dub. Ravens fans should take over New Orleans. Just like the Bengals did last couple weeks ago.
Word.
And they got the Steelers, who upset the Bucks, which I think will upset the Saints too. Then they got the Rams, who Aaron Donald will be all over Andrew Dalton, whatever, Winston, whoever it is.
Red Rocket. Whatever his name
Red
is.
Rocket. Then they got the 49ers. After that, they got the Bucks. They play us. They got the Browns in Cleveland. Christmas Eve. New Year's outside in Philly.
Shit.
Have fun with that.
Yeah.
Falcon fans, have some hope. Who do we have coming forward? We just talked about that. We have the Panthers on Thursday, 4-5. We have the Bears next week. Who are the Bears? Who they play next week? Who they play this week? The Bears play the Lions. Lions going to upset them.
It'll be a downset. Both of them trash. But anyway.
Falcons, Panthers, 4-5 versus 2-7. Then you have the Falcons versus the Bears, who are 3-6 right now. Falcons versus Commanders, who are 4-5 right now. You have the Falcons versus Steelers, which are 2-6 right now. Then the Falcons versus Saints, which is 3-5 right now. The toughest game on your schedule going forward, looking at the schedule outside of that, you can say the Commanders game, even though we're 4-5. So you can say the Commanders, Ravens, because they're 5-3, and the Bucks. Everything else, you control your own destiny.
Absolutely.
Let's just say you go on a run, Falcons fans. Like Michael Walker said, let's go on a run. You beat the Panthers Thursday, you're 5-5. You beat the Bears next week, you're 6-5. First time having a winning record in
5 years.
5 years, and it's in the Benz. And you move to 4-2 home record.
Think about it. We haven't been over 500 in 5 years.
And we're going back for another 500 game this week. Remember we talked about it earlier this season? Every time you get to 500, it's another difficult task. Every time you get to 500, you did this shit like 3 times already. Yeah. Now it's time to break that 500. You're juggling with the shit for a minute. It's time to break it now. Fuck the shit. We're going on a run. You beat the Panthers Thursday. 5-5. You beat the Bears next week. 6-5. You beat the Commanders the following week. 7-5. Yeah, Derrick Henry's going crazy out here. Fantasy owners, Derrick Henry's going crazy. You beat the Panthers 5-5. You beat the Bears 6-5. You beat the Commanders 7-5. You beat the Steelers 8-5. Heading into New Orleans. You beat the Saints and you're 9-5 going into the Ravens. And Falcon fans, you still have 3 games on the schedule. You owe the Bucks an ass whooping. The Ravens game is going to be tough, but our Cardinals, they're looking defeated. 10 wins?
Shit.
Hey. Never say never.
This offense is clicking. You see it. That's why you're excited. That's why you're at the game. This ain't my rant, but I'm just going to keep going. You're excited. You're at the game. Chase is driving in. Chase drove 22 hours to get to the game today. These are diehard fans. You're loving what is going on right now with the Falcons. That's why you're showing up to the games. That's why the Rise Up Tour is packing out a bus going to Carolina. That's why the Rise Up Tour is asking for another bus heading to New Orleans. These Falcon fans want to have a good time, and they're looking at this schedule like I am. Like, oh shit, we might win this damn division for real. When was the last time you felt that feeling? We finna win the division. I'm talking about for real, like record wise. Not before the season started, like, oh, we're going to win on it. No, record-wise. When was the last time you said, oh, we finna win this division?
5-6 years ago.
You
when
lost to
he
the
was over
Chargers by
500.
3. You lost to the Chargers by 3. You didn't get blown out. Chase, hearing this, the schedule going forward for the Saints, the Bucks, the Panthers, the Falcons, do the Falcons control their own destiny going forward?
Oh yeah, most def. There's no way they don't. I mean, you're tied for first right now. You control your destiny. Like Kirby Smart said, you're either elite or you're not elite. So you just got to go in that mentality and come out there and battle. You got to battle. You got to come out there and play Falcon football like you can, like you've shown you can in certain games this year. The 49ers game for one. I mean, that was a
Browns game for 2.
Yeah, that was an all around full 4 quarters of Falcon football on both sides of the ball. So I mean, it's possible. We've done it. We're 3-2 in the bins. I don't see, like you said, we can't be 4-2 here recent or here soon to come. So I mean, we definitely control our destiny. There's no way you don't beat the Panthers. You can beat the Bears. You can beat the Commanders. That's 4 games right there.
Steelers.
That could get this team, or Steelers, that could get this team rolling. You get those wins under your belt, man. That just gives all kinds of confidence. So, yes, you definitely, to answer your question, you're definitely on your own destiny.
Falcon fans, are you excited to know that the Falcons control their own destiny? Looking at the schedule, you don't see Kansas City or the Bills or the Packers or some of these teams. You're like, oh shit, we gotta play these guys. You got the Bears.
You can take that
They're
last
falling
team
apart.
out. They suck.
Jeez. The Bears, they're falling apart. Steelers, some of these teams right now are going through season like, hey, it's not even about wins right now. We get these guys healthy, finish up the year, and get ready for the draft. That's what the model's looking like. And the Panthers are one of them right now. They're probably looking at it like, man, we need a new head coach. We need a new city.
Mm-hmm. Need a new owner.
Need a new owner.
New name.
They already putting Bryce Young in Panther uniforms, man.
Falcon fan. Bodie, do the Falcons control their own destiny? You hear the schedule going forward. You hear who the Falcons playing. The records of some of these teams going forward. Some of these teams lost today. Some of these teams got beat up bad. Some of these teams lost in dramatic fashion. But still, hearing the Bucs schedule, they have some tough games ahead. The Panthers, I'm sure they're done for. The Saints. The Falcons control their own destiny, Bodie?
Absolutely. I mean, one thing we can't do is get underwhelmed like we did week 1, like we did versus the Bucks, like we did like those games. We gotta win those games. Like, I mean, you just got to, because I mean the second half of the season isn't going to be as kind as the first half. Like, it's just not going to happen that way. You got to win the games you're supposed to win. I said it about 20 minutes ago. We supposed to, on paper and in real life, we're supposed to beat the Bears. We're supposed to beat the Steelers. We're supposed to beat the Commanders. I mean, they're gonna give us goals, but yeah, we're supposed to beat them. We held, especially we held up versus the 49ers and the Chargers and the Rams and all these teams. We holding up versus these good teams. You got to sweep those other teams on up out of here and get your record up and get in these playoffs and get this division. You got to. There's no excuse why you can't do it. So one thing with that is we got to clean up these mistakes. We got to play smart. We got to just run the piss out the ball and play smart. And our running game is going to take us where we want to go, and we got to do it right. And you got to get that defense right. I don't know if they got to get more creative on these blitzes or what. But we got to get home to these quarterbacks. I want to see Kenny Pickett on the ground 8 times when we face him, because his ass, he's prone to mistakes. I've seen some of the Steelers games. Trust.
And for Thursday night versus PJ, you got to get him on the ground by 3-4
PJ,
times.
We got to get his ass running. I want his
Yeah.
ass out that pocket, because if he in the pocket, he's killing us. He showed us that just last week. So we got to get him moving. So yeah, we absolutely control our own destiny.
Falcon fans, have some hope. It's gonna be all right. 4-5. You don't want to go on a slump. But I think the fans can see the team was going to go on a slump. You'd see it. I mean, you'd see the Chargers bash us up today like 17-20-0 or 20-3. Offense can't get clicking. You haven't seen that all season from the Falcons. You've seen it in some quarters, but then that second half Falcons team, totally different. And every game we've been involved, and even the Bengals game, I still go back to it. You were down big. I think it was 21-0. You came back. You made it 28-17. You came out second half. You made the stop on 4th and 3. You got the ball back. If you would have scored on that drive, you would have made it a 4-point game. So you got to look at some of these scenarios for the Falcons and say, damn, the team is actually playing. They're playing pretty decent. Enough to where you're excited. Enough to where, like Shay said, stadium was packed. Stadium was rocking today. And Chase is looking at this, while he's mopping the floor. So you got to think.
Shit. Jesus Christ.
Jeez. Look. One game at a time. On to Carolina, ready to get on the bus. Pamela Johnson said she's on the bus, heading to Carolina. You see that? Falcon fans are like, Chargers, we'll see them again in a couple years. Panthers, we see them twice a year. Let's go kick that ass. And Falcon fans, show up. If you're able to get to Carolina, show up. Tickets are mad cheap, yo. Matter of fact, why are we talking?
Better make sure you got them.
Wednesday on One Time for the Fan, I think we're gonna do a couple play breakdown. Bodie, think we're gonna put some plays up.
We can do that. We can work it out.
Just real quick. Let's see these Carolina Panther tickets.
I need my board like John Madden had. Hit it with the boom. Hey, and he is here and boom. Got him.
Falcons Panther tickets, $29 in Carolina.
Damn.
How much they sit behind the bench?
They begging for fans to come.
Oh wow! Look at all these tickets available. Oh Lord, a bunch of tickets available. Way more than what I saw a couple weeks ago. Wow, are you serious? Row 2 seats? Is this row 1? No way. Row 4 seats in Carolina, 149.
Shit.
Right behind the Falcons bench.
Damn, that's sweet.
$149. Somebody's giving them away.
You can't beat it. Can't beat it.
It starts with the whooping Carolina's ass this Thursday night. We got to go 1-0. It starts over, y'all, and it starts over on Thursday night. Let's take the second half of this season ahead of us. It's still got a lot of games left to play, a lot going on, but Falcon fans have some hope, just like I do, just like all these Falcon fans that's in the chat do, just like Bodie does, just like Chase does, and Boo Man when he gets off work. He'll get a chance to see. Falcon fans get a chance to see now that this team is exciting. This team is ready to play. This team wants to fight. This team wants to win for the city. And if you don't see that now, I don't know what you're looking at. What's going to hurt us now is what's going to happen next season after we do make the playoffs and what player is staying, what player is going, because it's still part of the rebuild.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that. That money coming in too. The schedule next year, I know, I'm not going to look at everybody on paper just yet, but look at the schedule next year. It's another winnable schedule. So if you're doing this during the rebuild, playing some of these teams, beating the 49ers now, beating the Browns now, next year you got the Jags, the Texans, the Colts, the Titans, the Lions, Falcon fans. This is setting up perfectly. I said the Falcons will win the Super Bowl before 2027. That's when I looked at everything with 2027. 2027, I think the Falcons. That's between now and 2027. The Falcons will win the Super Bowl.
Agreed.
I see it.
Put that shit on a t-shirt.
I see it. On One Time for the Fan, you heard it right here first. I think the Falcons will win the Super Bowl between now and 2027. It's just, it hit me one day. Woke up. Slapped me in my face. Just like that.
Yeah, they slapped you in your face because you went, your breath.
Gosh. Not the inside joke.
I'm here all day.
But I see the Falcons with this rebuild and what they're doing with the cap, with the turnaround from Terry, the players out the door, the new regime, what they're doing right now, tied for first in division. I believe they're gonna, get over the hump this year of being over 500, and that's a big plus. Getting over 500, getting a winning record for the first time in 5 years. That's a big plus, and that's gonna set you up for success. You gotta have players, you gotta have free agents next season. Like them damn Falcons. Pretty damn good. Who's gonna be your quarterback? We didn't talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Are you going to resign Mariota? If Mariota gets you to the playoffs, Chase, we talked about that in the chat. If Mariota gets you to the playoffs, gets you over the hump, something that Matt Ryan didn't do in the past 4 or 5 years, do you resign? Do you? I mean, I know Mariota's going to, do you want Mariota as your quarterback next year? Folks like put Renner in. Man, we're going to get to all of that. We have a long season ahead. But we got so many questions in the offseason. But right now, like I said before, we ain't pushing P for playoffs. But we pushing P for playoffs. Chase, Bodie, what I just said, does it set up a Falcons fan to just say, you know what? Maybe he's right. Maybe these Falcons are rebuilding in the right direction. Look at the schedule coming up this year and next year. Holy shit, the Falcons can get this done. We're talking about starting up the next year 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. Does it make you feel good as a Falcon fan, hearing that the positives are still ahead? Or, it seems like Houston, it seems like the Panthers, it seems like the Lions, it's just declining. Falcons are not doing that. So how does it make you feel hearing that?
It's good, man. Just to even have a fucking 4 wins on a rebuild season is a plus. You don't expect to even get 5 wins on a rebuild season. So I mean, it ain't like you're in a big rebuild, and we really are though. So I mean, it's good. It's definitely good.
Bodie?
Yeah, and Chase remembers he said it some shows back. Like you're in a perfect position. How many rebuilding teams is fighting for playoff spots? You know what I'm saying? You can't beat that. That's the way you want to go. You damn near gut your team out. You come bring some hungry guys in. Like I said in the first couple of shows we ever did, we got hungry cats in here. They ready to fight. They ready to claw and ready to win and ready to prove themselves and ready to help this team get better. And we gained more chemistry, more and more chemistry every game, and we've gotten better, learned each other, and it's just you can't beat it. Like it's a great thing to see. If our rebuild is going so great like this, or retool, as some folks say, or rebirth, it's just imagine what we get when we get full time and we got weapons and we got our defenses and top 10, and imagine we talking Super Bowl in 2027, like we really are. So it's got me excited about the now and the future. So it's looking great.
I wouldn't mind the Falcons winning the Super Bowl next year in Arizona or Vegas.
Sweet.
You do it this year.
What
I want is for the Falcons to win the Super Bowl in New Orleans 2025.
In that shitty stadium.
Oh my God.
And I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring a band with me. I'm going to bring but for real though,
you're going to have them damn beads and everything.
Yeah.
A
couple weeks before Mardi Gras, Falcon fans taking over New Orleans a couple years from now. So Falcon fans, be ready. One time for the fan, we'll be there.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Lisa Sepper said, what you say? I'm in Sneaky Town too. You already know you in Sneaky
Town. Won't you make me to Sneaky Town? We in that.
Shout out to Algie Crumpler too, man. Ran into Algie today. Big shout out to Algie Crumpler.
Yeah, Algie be at these games.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one time, just walked into him in the bathroom. He was coming from the stall, washing his hands. I'm like, Algie, how you doing, brother? I almost wore your jersey.
He was like, no, man, I don't want no cigarettes.
Hey, get away from me, you bum! A glass of water on me and shit. Ah!
Hot water. I
rebuke you. Get your ass back.
One time for the fan. Talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday. Here's the cool thing, Falcons fans. We're talking Falcons football this Wednesday. Keys to beating the Panthers a day before the Falcons Panthers. That's so cool. Panthers play Thursday against the Falcons, Thursday night football, a game that people want to see. I don't know what the hell's been happening on Thursday night football recently, but the Falcons play now. It's our turn. So I don't want to hear social media. This game's boring. Shut the fuck up. Watch the game. I don't care if it's people have been tweeting and talking on, man, who these two teams playing on Thursday night? I want my Amazon Prime money back. I don't want to hear that shit on this Thursday. I don't want to hear it. Talking Falcons football. We're gonna be watching the game.
They all using the free trial anyway.
Hey, God, not the free trial, exactly. Not shared accounts. God, not the bathroom stalker.
Hey, you walked in on me. Okay.
Is that crumple over there?
That's how that went.
Watch this shit.
Then I sprinkled that soul glow on.
God. One time for the fan. We got to go ahead and wrap it up. We love talking Falcons football with everybody. Come on back Wednesday, 8 p.m. We'll talk about the keys to beating the Panthers, Bodie's breakdown. We'll dive into a little bit more about Falcons Chargers, what the Falcons can, feed off of. A lot of people are going to go back and watch the tape, watch some highlights, watch some more film, and break down a lot. Some of the injuries, we'll talk about that. The depth chart, we'll talk about that because Thursday night is going down. It's going down in Charlotte. And yes, one time for the fan will be there. I have a request. Shake your hair. God, not Bodie, not Cletus.
What I look like? Will Smith's daughter? Stop.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that shit.
Chase,
I'm whipping my hair back and forth.
Chase,
I refuse.
Bodie, about to go ahead and wrap it up. Falcons lose 20-17. We still have a lot to look forward to going forward. With a lot still on the schedule, a lot is ahead of us. We got to come out there and beat the Panthers on Thursday, but we'll be back on Wednesday to talk more about it. Chase, Bodie, what y'all got on some shout-outs?
Go ahead.
Man, shout out to Jeff Wilford. Thought I was gonna sit here and shake my head like Cat Williams. I'm not. I refuse. Now to playing.
Lord.
And the Lord. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. We here. We getting through this loss, but we still here. Hashtag we still here, and we're gonna be here, and we're gonna whoop that Panther kitty cat ass on Thursday. So I ain't worried about that. We're gonna be back. Shoot. Shout out to CP for I'm gonna keep saying it. He ran that ball over.
He popped his
ass.
Might have to play that clip on Wednesday.
Sheesh. Yes, let's break down this play. Bow, look like a car wreck. Yeah, man. Yeah, just shout out to one time for the fan, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. You tell your buddies, your buddies, your friends, everybody, your mama, daddy, sister, chickens, ducks. Tell everybody. Let them know. We still
Chase?
here.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to y'all boys. Shout out to the Falcons. Hopefully, shout out to a dub Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to y'all.
Right.
Keep rolling.
All right, shout out to that squirrel you was chasing before you got here.
Lord.
Like, which way did he go? Which way did he go? Which way? Sheesh. I watched a lot of Looney Tunes growing up.
Chase, do you like catch Atlanta squirrels and then bring them back to Lake Bashley and release them into the wild?
Every Sunday.
Hey man, Chase is a real one, man. When it comes to like being a real diehard Falcons fan, like he's plotting and planning on how to get to these games, and that's somebody who has to work and take care of his family. So there's a lot going on.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you for getting these games. And I want y'all to know if my dog Chase can hit these games up coming from damn Timbuktu, Mexico, and damn driving 38 hours one way, then y'all can show up to the Benz, man. Y'all can rep. Y'all can y'all can get out there. Y'all can start chanting. Y'all can really make some noise. I saw a lot of empty seats and a lot of blue today.
There was a lot of blue, but Falcon fans were there. They were loud.
Yeah. That's all we asked for.
Falcon fans, you guys were loud. All I asked for was to be louder. That's all. because it can get loud in there, and I mean stupid loud. I've heard the college football games. I heard United games. I know how loud y'all can get.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe looking at it, Falcons beat the Panthers Thursday. You're 5-5. You go beat the Bears next week, and then you have the Commanders. Come on, Falcon fans. Got to show up. Got to support. You're going to have your first winning record coming up real soon, which means stand up, get loud, get on your feet, and support your first place Atlanta Falcons. Falcon fans, shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Bodie. Shout out to Boo Man. He just texted me. He says he's going to office number 3 now. So he just finished cleaning the first 2 offices. Boo Man's getting that money up for New Orleans. Something about the roulette table. He's waiting for the. I guess New Orleans has a new table. It's a $2, $4 table. $4 bet.
Jack, did you tell him to get the microfiber rags? I told him to clean the tires. Like, he left some black brake dust on there. It irritates me. I don't like that.
I'm tracking the location. He's outside of Lowe's right now. So we'll see if he gets it. But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody who supports One Time for the Fan. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. You got to get better like every other team does, but you're going to find ways to improve. Coach, everybody on the staff, get out there Thursday. Do what you have to do to help these Falcons get out there and get this win, because Falcon fans not only want to see us sweep the Panthers and knock them out of the regular season so they can get ready to sell the team, but we want to see a new look Falcons on Thursday, because you had the game today. You had it.
Yeah, that was our game to win.
You lost it. But you got to move on to the next game. So Falcon fans, we'll see y'all Wednesday, 8 p.m. You know, we talking Falcons football. Get ready for the breakdown between the Falcons and the Panthers. And then, of course, next week, Sunday, we'll be back at 8 p.m. again because there's no game this weekend because the game's on Thursday. So we get a chance to sit back and watch some games. I don't know, Bodie, Chase, y'all trying to, hit a bar this weekend? Oh, Chase, I'm sorry. 16 hours
Man,
away.
I told you he live in Antarctica. You can't just think Chase gonna pop up. It's tough. I didn't know they had squirrels in Antarctica. Good God.
December is gonna be pretty lit. So maybe Georgia SEC championship. You know what I'm saying? We rock loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that first Georgia game was lit.
The Georgia
Oregon. Georgia. That shit was rocking.
I bet.
Yeah, that's how I wanted the Falcon games to be. That shit was whew. And we were smacking them. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna happen. Falcon fans, you know we're about this thing. One time for the Atlanta Falcons, one time for Bodie, one time for Chase, one time for everybody, with one time for the fan. Everybody who's rocking with us, keep rocking with us. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. You know we love talking Falcons football with y'all. The fans in the chat, we love talking with y'all. And we'll be back Wednesday. So we're about this thing, man. We got Madden to go play. Got to forget about this loss and move on.
Yeah.
One time for the fan. Rest warm. Shout out to them Georgia Bulldogs. Everybody, Wednesday. Yeah. Tag a friend to tag a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We talking one time for the fan. We talking Falcons football. See y'all. Be y'all. Okay, Chase, you can go back to work now.